Hello and good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to create Elastic Container Registry from a Docker file. So for that, I have already created an Ubuntu image, and within the Ubuntu image, I have created a role, which is Amazon Elastic Container Registry, public full access. So I have attached my policy to it as well. Yeah, so that is the policy on Container Registry, public full access. So I need to log in now to the EC2 instance, not this one, sorry, Ubuntu image, connect to it. Okay, first thing I need to log in as a super user, so sudo c, and now I need to update it, get update. Okay, also I need to log in with the AWS credential. Okay, I will copy and paste my credentials here. Okay, need to install Docker into it. App install docker.py. Check Docker version. Okay. Now need to go to registry, ECR registry. Okay. So create another repository now. Private repository and okay, ECR from Docker file. Okay, so this is our current repository. This one I can delete. Okay, so this one is our repository. Now I need to click on view push commands and follow these commands to move my Docker file to the Docker repository. But so far I don't have a Docker image. So I will also create a Docker image from this link here. Right, first thing first, now what it is saying, make sure that you have the latest version of AWS CLI and Docker installed, which we have. Use the following steps to authenticate and push an image to your repository. By the way, let me check if I have installed AWS CLI here. App install AWS CLI. Right now, AWS configure again, and I will put my credentials here, which I'm going to delete now after this lab. Now if I go to, yeah, so I have AWS CLI and Docker installed. Then what I need to know, use the following steps to authenticate and push an image to your repository. For additional registry authentication method, including Amazon ECR credential helper, but we don't need this for now. Then retrieve an authentication token, authenticate your Docker client to your registry, use AWS CLI. Copy this command, paste it here, login succeeded. Now build your Docker image using the following command. For information on building a Docker file from scratch, see instruction here, or you can skip this step if your image is already built and run this command straight away. So I don't have a Docker image with me, so what I will do, I will follow these instructions and create a Docker image from here. Okay, so just read through, and to create, just follow these commands. Touch Docker file, touch Docker file. Now use vim command. Oops. So I need to write exclamation mark and quit from here. So vim docker file. Okay, so just I had already this code with me. So just what I did, I just copied this code and pasted here. I'm delete. Well, cannot delete this code from here. I will quit again. Without saving it. And look, yes. So now I have this file already copied here, and I will save it. Again, escape, exclamation mark, WQ, and exclamation. Okay. So I have this file saved here. What's the next? Build Docker image from your Docker file. So Docker build dot, and yeah. So you run this command. Okay, so what it is saying, Docker file, Docker world, T hello world, Docker daemon from Ubuntu. Okay, that's fine. Using cache. Okay, what is the next command to follow? Docker images. Okay, check Docker images. What you Docker images you have? Yes, this is saying you have a Docker image which you have created. You created 4 days ago. So that I had a code, saved code. It's been already built, so it's picked that up. But that is fine. This is just an example I'm showing you. So we have a Docker image here. Now run this newly built image as port 80. So, okay. Okay, this is fine. This is what we are expecting now. The output from your Apache display terminal window, you can ignore, could not reliably determine the server fully qualified domain name. This is the message we have. Yeah. Then open a browser and point to the to the server that is running Docker and hosting your container. If you are using EC2 instance, this is the public DNS value for the server, which is the same address you use to connect SSH. Make sure that security group for your instance allowed. So we have this security port open as well. So let's go to the EC2 instance for now. Close this. And go to the EC2 instance. Okay. Right. So we got public DNS here. What next today? So get the public DNS. If you are running Docker locally, point out your browser to localhost. Okay. So let's do this and see what it will bring for us. Hello world. So our application is running now. This is what was expected. If you are using right, okay, Docker machine, okay. Now control Docker, stop the Docker container by Control C. Okay. Push your image to the Amazon Elastic Container Registry. Okay, let me see what other commands were there. Go to the ECR. Okay, Docker build. After the build completes, Docker tag this command and push this command to repository. Okay, run the following command to push this image to your newly created AWS repository. Okay, so Docker build TECR from Docker file. What command we have run so far? In Docker file. Okay, Docker build T hello world. So we have run this command already. Docker build, then ECR from Docker file. Now after the build complete, after the build completes, tag your image so you can push the image to this repository. To tag that, run this command and file latest. Okay. Right, so here is Control C to come out of it, and then I copied that tag file, but here I need to make some changes. Instead of ECR from Docker file, I need to put my hello world. So this was TECR from Docker file. I have Docker build hello world. Hello world. Okay, tagging this image. What is the next? Docker run the following command to push the image to your newly created AWS repository. So copy this and let's go to check first in the repository if there is any image yet. So there is no images at the moment. When we will push this image, this will have our image here in ECR. Just wait for a few moments. So it is saying the image has been pushed. Let's refresh that. So we have this image here, latest image deployed at August 1 at this time. So that's it for this lab. We have created a Docker file, and then we created a Docker image from that file. After that, we push that image to ECR. In my next video, I'm going to create ECS, Elastic Container Service, from the image I have in my repository. Thank you very much for watching, and bye now.